It's a little bit of a trust the process. Hello, it is officially spring. I am so excited. I am so sick of the cold and dreariness. I'm ready for it to rain here in Oregon, and I'm ready for it to gradually get warmer. It's supposed to be like 72 degrees this upcoming Tuesday, and I am so incredibly excited just for a little glimpse of the sun. As spring is finally here, that means my passion for sewing has come back. As much as I love to sew, I definitely find myself knitting more in the fall and winter, and then spring and summer is when I do some of my best sewing projects. That being said, I have already made my Pinterest board for this upcoming spring. I just have so many ideas and so many things that I want to try to make, and having them all in one spot is really helpful. These are some of the rough ideas that I would love to make. Just as like a baseline of what I want to make, I really want to try to make a patchwork dress at some point this spring and summer. I have been seeing them online all the time. Sydney Graham, the pattern maker online, has this beautiful patchwork dress that she made last year and has a pattern out for. I also found a couple other options on Pinterest that I absolutely love, but I am not sure where they're from. Pinterest is always the worst at trying to like source things back to the original content, but I think they're absolutely beautiful. I have a couple pieces of fabric that have like a quilted print on them. I'm still trying to decide if I actually want to piece together the patchwork for this project or if I want to just use the printed cotton that I already have. I feel like the printed cotton would be easier, but patchworking gives it just like a little bit more customization and allows me to like play with the colors a little bit more. Another thing that I really want to work on is having shirts or tops that I can wear both to my job at an elementary school as well as just out in the world. I've really fallen in love with fun collared shirts. Like I found ones that have like flower decals on them, same with like fun print and trims. All of those kind of things just look absolutely amazing. And I've just gone on a deep dive of finding different inspiration pieces for this type of project. And I really think that I will be able to make more of these. I just really feel like a boxy, loose, cute collared shirt would pair really well with some of the things that I already own and would transition really well into the hotter months of summer when I don't want things really close to my body. In the summer, I really want loose, I want light cotton, linen fabrics. I do not want to feel clothing on my body during those times. I want it to be as far away from my torso as possible. That being said, on shirts that I can wear often, in the fall, I made a version of the college gathering shirt by, I think it's Matchy Matchy Sewing Club, pattern maker, and I wear this shirt all the time. It is constantly in rotation in my wardrobe. I pick it out all the time because it is so versatile and really dress it up or just throw it on and it looks nice. I wear it so frequently that I really feel like I should make another one. I'm not sure of the print. I have a couple other ginghams, but I already made it out of gingham before. So I'm wondering if I should look through my fabrics and kind of see what else. I'm also wondering if I should make it out of like very different fabrics to like really work on that kind of like pattern matching scrap fabric look. I need to figure that out because I really want to make it, and it is definitely something I would wear. I think it's gonna look so cute. I also really want to successfully make pants. Pants are pretty hit or miss for me. I have kind of a smaller waist with bigger hips. So whenever I try to make pants, it's a real struggle to make sure that the darts lay right and that I'm able to kind of have them hit me in a flattering way. I'm really hoping that I can like get good at pants, specifically working on some like fun patchwork details. Whether that's going to be just like elastic waistband pants. I would like to get better at jeans or fitted garments for pants. Recently at an estate sale, I got like 6 yards of this really nice quality dark denim. Would love to learn how to make really well-fitting pants so I can make my own jeans. Also at an estate sale, I recently got about 2 yards of a pink denim, and I think those would make really nice shorts. So those are my like wishes for pants, but I have a feeling that like checked gingham, kind of elastic waistband pants will definitely be coming, especially in the summer when all I want are like loose clothing. And finally on my wish list is making some matching pajama sets. I made a set or two in the winter, but those were very like long sleeve flannel, and I wear them all the time. I'm slowly evolving from the big t-shirt and shorts into like matching pajama sets. And I would really like some pajama sets that are cotton, loose, like a button-up shirt or some matching shorts, something that I can throw on and have it not be too hot in the summer. As you can see, that is going to be a theme. But I really think that like some matching pajama sets would be really cute, and I see them all over my Pinterest right now, so it's just something that I've really been inspired to start making. I keep talking about wanting to make warm weather clothing, but it's solidly like 49 degrees outside. It just became spring. I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now. It's kind of chilly, so I'm really just looking forward to that summer as it approaches, and I really want it to be warm. That being said, I do have some ideas for what I want to make sooner rather than later. I found this picture on Pinterest and I became absolutely obsessed with it. I really love using recycled fabrics or different textiles, and I feel like I definitely have the materials on hand today to start working on this project. So I think I'm going to start digging through my fabric stash and see what kind of things I can pair together to make a similar top like this. So I'm gonna go look in my fabric stash and see what I can find. Okay, I scavenged my fabric stash and I came up with a couple different options. I already have ones that I'm leaning towards, but a couple of my options that I have are these vintage tablecloths that I have from my great grandma. A bunch of them are stained, so I do need to think about where I'm going to be cutting from this material, spending more time on treating these stains. I have quite a few. Some of them I've already cut into. This is one, and a lot of them have holes or rips within the pattern. This one I really want to save because I feel like the bows are absolutely adorable and I need the perfect project for this bow. And this is actually the same pattern as that other bow one, but in blue. So I feel like I want to do a project with those two combined. And that kind of leaves me with some of my smaller textiles. This is a sampler piece with lots of printed little patterns. It's very like Oregon Trail, covered wagon, house on the prairie patterns, which I think would be really cute for the bottom half of this project. The only thing is I measured it around my waist and it is not long enough. It needs like a solid 5 inches to be able to be made into a shirt, at least one that can wrap fully around me. So I'm going to save this and come up with another project for it. Otherwise, I think this would look really cute at the bottom of a button-up shirt. That kind of leaves me with my pillowcase collection. Now, one thing I really love at estate sales is looking through the linen closets, because often there are some really amazing hand embroidered projects that are set for pillowcases or the very edge of sheets. And I feel like they just need to be preserved or to be upcycled into another project. Somebody spent time going through and hand embroidering these birds and the lace on the edge of a pillowcase, and I don't want to ruin that. So I have a couple of different pillowcases here, and I have 2 of them that match, which I feel like is what I'm going to go with. This one is a little rose. I have one of these. So these are kind of similar in the crocheting at the bottom and then the embroidery styles. But the 2 pillowcases that I have that match are these white, really kind of loose cotton pillowcases that has this amazing embroidery on the bottom. It's very well done and it's very well stabilized on the back. And it also has this little lace detail that I think would be really cute. I have 2 of them. They are signed and embroidered on the back. They are labeled S. Stanley, 1993. So thank you, S. Stanley, for your contribution and this wonderful piece. I'm going to do my best to make sure that it stays alive and well. So what I was thinking was that this could be one side of the button-up shirt and then this could be the other side of the button-up shirt. So I think this is going to be my base for that style of button-up shirt in the picture I showed before. That means I need to find a fabric that goes well on the top with this. There's lots of different colors in this, especially blue, purple, pink are some of the standouts. I think I'm gonna go with blue to kind of match this ribbon detail. Luckily, I have 1.5 yards of this blue pinstripe fabric. Now, I've had this fabric for about a year now. I've got it at another estate sale. It's gonna be a common theme with my vintage textiles. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I've been waiting for a good project to use this with. I feel like this is a good pattern to go on the top half with the collar, and then having this piece down here be the base. I just feel like the blues match up very nicely, and I've always wanted to make a shirt out of this fabric, but with 1.5 yards, I knew I was gonna have to be creative, especially figuring out if I wanted sleeves or not, and I probably could have made like a tank top out of this, but I feel like a project like this will be even more special. So I think I'm gonna take these two pieces and try to lay them out on some pattern pieces to just kind of make sense of what I'm looking at. Okay, I still have the collar to cut out, but since the body and the sleeves have all been cut out, I went ahead and kind of laid it out so I can get a general idea of how this is going to look. And I think this is turning out really cute. I'm really happy with how the pattern lays out on the sides, and then the top half will be that pinstripe. I'm debating if I want to make the collar out of the blue pinstripe. This is how much I have left, or if I want to use it out of scraps of the white. So far, this is the top. It is a very rough, just yoke, back, and front piece. I always need to go in and modify this. I need to just modify it off the pattern, but the sleeves are always overhanging and oversized on this, and they're a little tight, so I'm going to trim some of that off. I already have some pins in place, so I know where to cut it. It's a little funky right now because the placket is built in for this pattern. So once it's all folded down, that's where it'll button up. So I have a little bit of extra room here, but right now it falls right at my waist. This is one of the pieces that I have cut currently. I think I'm going to first work on the sleeves, and then I'm gonna work on attaching these two pieces. It's really hard to see the pinstripe on camera, I think. It's hard to get a good visual for how it is. It kind of looks like polka dot from far away, at least on my tiny phone screen as I record this. But trust me, this looks real cute. It's a little bit of a trust the process. I hate setting sleeves with a burning passion, and I have been trying to do all of the seams on this project with French seams. That way I don't have to go in and like zigzag or worry about any fraying. And so I had to line these up perfectly in order for it to work, Fingers crossed that it all works out and the stretching makes it so it all lines up. But there's nothing more I hate than doing the sleeves. And I pushed through and I pinned both of them. So let's see if my hard work paid off. I'm not gonna lie, those sleeves were a really trying time for me. It took everything in me and they're a little bit puckered, but you know what? It's okay, I'll live. I think I'm now at the point where I can add on the bottom panel. I can't do the button placket until it's done, and I can't do the collar until button placket, so that is my next step. What I plan on doing is pinning this in place and then finding where the back point is so I can make sure that I get as much of the decal in the front as I need to, and then measure out how much I need to take off the back for the back seam. I think this is gonna turn out really cute once it's all done, but right now, still in the trust the process stage, and I'm getting a little sick of it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start pinning this, and hopefully once this is attached, then I can see the vision and we can move forward with it in a little bit happier of a manner. I said this was a trust the process kind of project, and I trusted it, and I think it looks really nice. I love the little scallop detail that it gives from the pillowcase and the lace. It's straight in the back, but I think it looks so cute. And the nice thing about this is because it has the lace at the bottom, I don't have to hem it. It's already done. Next up on this project that I really love, I need to do the button placket and then the collar and hem the sleeves. I do really like how the pattern travels around the side. I think it just like adds something really nice. So I went ahead and made two different mock-ups of two different collars. I made a Peter Pan style collar, and then I made a traditional like pointed collar. And originally these were just going to be mock-ups, and I was going to make the final one out of this blue. But after seeing kind of the white against the blue, I really like it, and I think it draws in a lot of the white. I will say I did FaceTime someone and they did kind of convince me to use the white, and so I am going to do it. So because of that, I didn't film any of this because I thought it was just going to be a mock-up, but now I'm gonna use my collar. So this is the part where I forgot that I was trying to be a YouTuber and didn't pick up the camera and record an outro. So while you listen to me, you can see me cutting out some fabric in a very quick manner. But overall, I really, really love this shirt. I've already worn it. I wore it to work earlier today and it got many compliments. I was originally very worried that the very thin material of the pillowcase would not work out for a shirt. I was worried that it was going to be too sheer, or that it would rip, or I would feel like it would be very fragile. But luckily, I never had a problem with it, and it held up really well. Because of the location of the seam, it kind of goes right under my bust by a couple inches. So when I'm raising or lowering my hands, that's never an issue. And overall, I am so happy with how this turned out. I really hope you guys like it because I know I did, and I can definitely see myself making more of this type of shirt or reusing textiles in this way in the future.